Good morning, everyone. Good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to this month's Stamp Around the UK video hop. Our theme this month is Winter Birthday, and wherever you've come from, whoever you've hopped along from, I hope you enjoyed their project. I no doubt that you did, and I hope that you enjoy mine too. You're here with Emer at Stamp and Colour, and as I said, our theme is Winter Birthdays. So when I was making this card, I was thinking along the lines of snowdrops and flowers peeking through the snow and the frost, just coming through. I suppose this is the end of winter, start of spring. We're still in winter here, but we can see the buds and the daffodils and snowdrops poking through. So that was my thought for this card. I've used two Sale-a-bration products. So I have used the Also Ombre Designer Series paper that you can see this granny apple green at the back. So you get, for a £45 purchase, you get this beautiful ombre DSP, 6x6 DSP. So in the, I don't have very much of it left to show you, but you have Rococo Rose, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green and Bermuda Bay in both the dotted and then just the plain ombre pattern. It's beautiful, really is beautiful. So that's what I've got for dark into light here. And then this other lovely stamp set is, just let me put my finger on it. Here it is, it's Corner Bouquet. And this is also a £45 level 1 free with a purchase product. So you have the rather large spray, smaller spray here, which I've used on the card, and then a couple of little extra bits. So this again is a free product with £45 purchase. Then the last one I've used here is, this is just one of our standard annual catalogue stamp sets, and that is Itty Bitty Birthdays. Excuse my gem that got stuck. And I used the birthday wishes from that one. So let's get started. It's quite an easy card to do, just a little bit of heat embossing, but I just really wanted to highlight these Sale-a-bration products for you this morning. So I have a card base of Granny Apple Green, just a standard 10-fold card base. I then have my matte in Whisper White, which I have here. And this, so I have one for the outside, one for the inside. To match my UK sizes, this is just half a centimetre smaller. So that will go on the inside, but I might do a little stamping on that, so I'll wait for a moment. This is going to go on the outside. So mine, the measurements I use are 10 by 14.3. And then just to have a little sliver of white on the outside border, I have the Also Ombre Granny Apple Green Dotty DSP, just a smidgen smaller at 9.7 this way by 14 centimetres that way. So I can attach that immediately, just using Tombow glue for that. That's going down just to have a little smidgen of a border. Let's check that's okay, yep. And then I am going to use this metallic, silver metallic edged ribbon, again sort of thinking of snow and frost. That's my thinking behind using this. And I'm going to wrap that around and tie that in a bow off to the side. So I'm just going to snip that off at an angle. I'll probably have to adjust that a little bit in a minute. So tying that off at a bow at one side. I'm just fluffing it about a little bit until I'm happy with it. I think a smaller bow works better. Okay, and I'll just trim off the edges so it's not too big. Oops. Might have a little bit of glue. Yeah, a little bit of glue in my scissors. I'll remove that later. Okay, so then in ahead of time, I have taken the stitched rectangle framelits, and I have used the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th largest to cut out a rectangle in granny apple green, and then I've used the skinniest one to cut out another one for my greeting. So I'm going to emboss the flowers here in white embossing powder. So I'm going to take my rectangle. We don't carry these anymore, but I'm sure you can find them in a craft shop, or you can make your own. I believe if you have some nylon tights and some talc, you can make a homemade version of these. I have yet to try, but I believe it can be done. So Versamark onto the stamp. And then I'm going to put this in the sort of left-hand corner. And then going to get some of my white embossing powder over that. Actually, I will do it that way because I don't have very much left. And I have a little bit of embossing powder right in the middle of my grid paper, which is not what I planned. So that should be about enough for good coverage there. And let's see if I can get the majority of this off and back into the pot. Bear with me a moment. Okay, and then on the little greeting, I will do this little greeting part. I will do the same thing. A little bit of talc stuff, and then the birthday wishes from Itty Bitty Birthdays, and we will stamp that in the Versamark. And then I'm going to take some tweezers to put that in. Oops, see, I'm very frugal. I do have a new pot of embossing powder, but I kind of want to finish this one up before I mix the two. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it, but I've had this one a while and the other one's new, so I'd prefer not to mix them. As I say, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with mixing them, but there, just caught the edge of that. Okay, so now, ooh, I have a little, I can just see there's a little piece of something on that. There. Okay, so now we're going to get our heat tool and heat emboss these. So rather than burn my fingers in this little teeny tiny one, I'm going to get the tweezers. Oh. So excuse the noise as we just heat emboss these, and as I always say, I never tire of watching this happen, when the chalky powder changes to glossy. In this case, glossy white. My favourite is embossing with metallics, with gold and silver and copper. I love when that changes. So that's that. And then I'm going to take this one. So just see a little bit. I might, before I wreck that, I'm just going to get my brush. I can just see a little bit of powder where I don't want it. I don't want any speckles in the wrong place. So just a little standard paintbrush will clear that up. There you go, so that's that. Okay, and then just to finish it off, I'm going to raise that up on both the greeting and the floral image. I'm going to raise it up on dimensionals. And then raise the back one on dimensionals, or sorry, the back one, the greeting on dimensionals as well. And then we shall put that all together. So I have my DSP front. Oh, I've twisted my ribbon a little bit. In fact, I will have to do that again before I've just noticed I've twisted the ribbon, which will make a bit of a bump. So I will undo that, unfurl my ribbon, and tie again. Hope I can get as good a ribbon as I did the first time. Or good a bow, rather. Okay. That's a bit better. I'll fix the tails out in a minute. So I have tumble glue on the back. Adhere that to the front. Just trim off my edges again because all that faffing has frayed it a little bit as I was pulling a little bit too much. Okay, so that's my front. Might stump a little bit on the inside here. So just taking the dimensional backings of the floral, the embossed floral central element. Add that to the center, sort of top center, so I have room for my greeting underneath. Ensure you don't put it on upside down. Okay, and then I might just clean off, oops, the Versamark bit and maybe stamp that in Granny Apple Green on the inside. There we go. Just down the bottom, just to tie both the inside and the outside together. Okay, and then just as a finishing piece, we can always, bear with me a second till I find one. I started to do this more and more often to actually stamp the envelope. So again, just a little bit of Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to offset that a little bit. So we just have a little bit of greenery coming in on the envelope. And that's my project today. I hope you enjoyed it. So we have, I'll just remove that so you get a better view of it without the stamping. So a little bit of snowy snowdrops, even though they're not botanically correct snowdrops, but on a lovely background of Granny Apple Green for a January-February birthday. Thanks for joining in and thanks for watching. Do remember to hop around the rest of the Stamp Around UK team. I know they will have some beautiful projects for you this morning or this evening or whenever you're watching it. And do leave us a comment. We do love to hear from you. We love to know what you think of our projects. So drop a comment down below. I will have a link to an actual blog post if you want to see more details of the products themselves. There won't be any active links yet because the catalogue, Sale-a-bration catalogue doesn't go live until January 4th or 5th. I'll correct that when I'm editing. So the links themselves won't be live, but you can see those as soon as they do go live, but you'll get more details on the measurements, etc. if you didn't get time to note them down. Also, if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like to receive a catalogue, just drop me a line or get in touch and I'll be sure to pop one in the post for you. And don't forget to hop along with us next month. We will have another great theme for you then. All right, hop along to the next person then, and Happy New Year. It's the last day, the first day of January 2021. Let's hope it's better than 2020. All right, have a great day and see you soon. Bye.